if he has anything about runes.
Mm-hmm.
And he definitely does have a bunch of things about runes, dwarven runes. There's a little bit of a complication in that, though, because what he assumes is you're talking about the dwarven alphabet.
Fair.
He assumes you can't read.
I mean, in that case, I'm a rune god, so I have a few like inscribed on me. So in that case, I will simply show him like my rune tattoos that I have like as a sleeve tattoo here. Say, well, no, more like these kinds of runes. I want to be able to make these myself.
Oh, runes of power.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about. Right.
Yeah. My captain, he used to do these kinds of things, but I wanted to be able to do this too.
Right. Well, I think I have a book here. It's quite old. You might want to be careful with it. He takes it out of a pile and dusts it off, not being careful with it. And hands it to you, and you see in dwarven script, it's literally called Runes of Power.
Cool. I'll take it. How much?
5 gold.
Oh yeah, sure. Shit, man. Of course. I'm not gonna haggle.
Okay, you give him 5 gold, and
I'm very bad at being poor.
You get a book.
It's haggling. And I'm asking if he could point me into a direction who maybe has like tablets or like things inscribed with runes of power, like a stone or something.
Oh, that is going to be very hard. I think, if I remember correctly, Jonas had a blade with a rune of power inscribed upon it. If I remember.
Who's Jonas?
Jonas is in that building right there. And he points to what looks like a smithery.
Okay. And I'll go talk to Jonas then. I'm gonna rob him blind. I mean, I'm gonna ask him nicely for the sword.
Okay. You go to the dwarven smith. Meanwhile, Vorka is at a cross path. He didn't specify which tower to go to.
Well, I might as well try both.
Okay. So you go to the right one first, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Not
That's
the wrong
better.
one, the right one.
Yes, always the right one.
Correct. You go to the right one first. And you see that there is, like I said, a number of renovators all over the tower in scaffolding and painting and everything like that. Ladders, and one of them actually has a sort of steam-powered, what's the word?
Laser
You know,
guns.
huh?
Never mind.
No, not a gun. No.
They've been
Golem.
shooting each other from across the
Elevator place.
Elevator. Yeah.
You know, one of those
Scissor lift.
truck elevators. Yeah.
Scissor lift.
Yeah, scissor lift. Thank you. One of the steam-powered scissor lift. And you walk up, and
obviously
you see
not a
that
very
it is
good match.
open. It's just being renovated as we speak.
So it's still open.
Yes.
Alright, well, I will head inside.
You head inside, immediately seeing a lot of greens. Off greens, green teal, green blues, green.
My
Regular
mind
green.
My mind went to, I could hide in here, because I'm also green.
Yes. And you do see a lot of silver as well. Things just in the Mage's Tower which seem to be silver. The railings, the countertops and everything like that. The ones that aren't second-class wizards that are actually workers from this place.
I mean, you're a second-class god. You don't even have.
Oh
shit!
Damn! Burn. Anyway,
just wait till I'm not half blind.
So you walk in. You see that it is decadently decorated. You immediately see a number of different shelves, all with what look to be fake items made so that you could bring it to the desk up front and he could exchange it for you.
They're display pieces.
Display pieces, exactly. You see a bunch of different display pieces all around.
Does he have a tiny little brain in a jar?
No, he does not. You see a lot of different common magical items, potions, things like that, behind the counter as well. And directly, basically, you walk in. Everything is nice and furnished. There's a hat rack right next to you. There's a couch in a corner to the left, and directly in front of you, there's a desk and basically a corner desk with a shelf behind, and to the right of it, behind you, behind it is a room, like a door, and then to the left of that cubby, basically, are stairs spiraling upwards. There is nobody there at the moment, but there is a bell directly on the desk.
I will go ring the bell.
You ring the bell, and you hear a odd accented voice. I won't do the accent because I don't really know what the accent would be, but an oddly accented voice come in, saying, "I will be right there in just a moment."
All right, and I guess I'll wait.
You wait a moment. You eventually see a dark green robed figure with what appears to be a spell book and a platinum chain wrapped around him.
Oh, around him?
Yes. Wrapped around his robes, basically. He walks in, and you see his slender green fingers unravel the hood, and you immediately see that he is a Gith.
Terry, you're fucked.
Go ahead. Ask the Gith for some brains for your illithid friend. How could it go wrong?
Does your character know about that, though?
It's a good question.
Alex talks about it a lot.
Does he?
Back in my day, slaves were everywhere.
I also have an intelligence of 10. So I might
that's
not...
that's above average.
Roll me history.
10 is the average.
Just roll it.
I thought 8 was like common.
Just roll your history to see how well you know.
But people would know, right?
Well, yeah,
But
people
you
do
know that the
That's why he's
feud,
rolling.
there is a huge feud between the Illithid and the Gith You know that they were enslaved,
Mm.
and that it probably wouldn't do to ask a Geth for brains.
It was probably the brain-eating part that they disliked. Like, if you were to
Probably.
guess.
There was plenty of job security and chance for advancement.
I'm just gonna ask him. Is this the alchemy shop?
He looks at you
Because
like,
I'm not sure still.
No,
With
it's
a- with a-
candy store.
he looks at you with a face of both confusion and shock and appallment, and he says, "I assure you."
Oh, now you do the accent.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try the accent. I assure you, there is no alchemist here on this port. The other mage's tower holds a charlatan, a thief, and a disgusting, brain-eating monstrosity.
Hey!
There you go, Terry.
It's
Thank
not
you,
a good
bye.
thing, guys. That's not a good thing.
Sure it is. It's a perfect solution to the
It's not a
problem we're
good
having.
Cousin Vinny.
cousin.
Taylor, just say thank you, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically. Oh, thank you. Bye. And with my 40-foot move speed, I'm sure I'm at the door before he has a word to say.
He lets you go. You run.
And 40 movement, that's running. That's not, you don't walk 40 feet.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine with running
No.
out.
Yeah.
No, running would be 80.
Running would be 80. And if you really want to get into it, running is technically triple move speed.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
I was
there's no
wrong.
running in 5e.
5
It's
Yeah, that's
double
right.
movement.
Anyway, across the street to the apparent illithid.
Okay. You go to the tower
It's been nice knowing you.
adjacent. Huh?
Just saying it's been
I'll
nice
just come
knowing him.
And you see, this time, it is very purple.
Nice.
Purple and gold.
No. Royal. I like it.
You realize immediately that this shop is almost exactly the same as the other one,
Okay.
except for the fact that it is purple and gold.
Huh. So, same deal with the bell and everything.
Same deal with the bell. Same, exact same.
I ring the
There's
bell.
a couch to the left. There's a desk directly in front of you with a door to the right. Yeah. So you ring the bell?
Yep.
You ring the bell, and you hear in your head almost like a scratching. How can I help you? As a shadowy figure emerges from behind the counter.
I need. I actually didn't bring much money with me, but hey, maybe it's all tied up in party funds, and I don't have much. I might trade something off though.
He went brain shopping without any money.
I'm sure the illithid will understand your situation and be very forthcoming with taking it on credit.
This may sound like a silly question to ask an illithid, but do you have any brains for consumption?
there's a pause, and you
Feel?
can't really see his figure because he's in the doorway, basically, in a shadow room. He steps out of it, and then you see his tentacles twitching to and fro, almost like you see your friend doing.
Laugh.
Yeah. And he says, in your head, you understand what you're asking for is illegal.
I was not aware of that.
It's human brains, man.
I didn't expect. Wait, why does it have to be human? He just needs
Or
brains to
just
have some.
brains and sentient brains.
Yeah, okay. Whether it's human, elven, whatever, it's still people's brains.
Fine.
Like, where did you get that? Oh, I found it. You know.
I made it. It's
Yeah.
freshly cooked.
I imagine there's the wizard out there who's cloning bodies and selling parts.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
seems like a lucrative business.
Not anymore.
Well,
there are no
actually-
illithid.
that doesn't work with clone. If you break it up and with
Farm reared rather than free range.
Anyway,
The environmentalists
Yeah.
just won't go for that.
anyway, I'm like, because I can't hide the reaction of from someone in my mind. So it's like, I did not realize that was illegal.
He blinks at you, and it sort of comes to his head. Oh, I didn't realize that's illegal. And he goes, "Are you daft?"
I haven't been here for very long.
Why did I send you?
Yeah, why did you send the half-orc with 10 intelligence to do this?
Again,
Well,
10. You're not grog
I
level.
figured you would just hit a bum over the head or something.
I'm chaotic good! Unless he was dying, I wouldn't do it. I sent the least likely person to do it. I'm gonna go. Slowly back away from the hill. I'm backing out of this situation.
Fuck, that's awkward.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He holds up his hand and says, "Wait,
Got any spice?
Okay.
got any spice?"
Casey, I hate you. Oh no, Terry, now I hate you. That
Now,
episode's great though.
may I ask why you're looking for brains?
We have someone on our ship with very specific dietary needs. I don't outright say illithid, but pretty closely.
Worse than
You see his eyes
there's
widen.
only one race.
His
Yeah, I know.
His yellow eyes widen, and he says, "Interesting."
And then he body snatches me and gets on the ship. I don't know if they can.
Well, allow me to accompany you to your ship, then.
See, I don't think the captain would like that. See, hold on. What?
I'm sure your captain will acquiesce to the request of a very powerful wizard bearing gifts.
You fucked up.
Yeah, I have. Then we go get the captain. I would rather bring the captain here than bring him to the ship.
I mean, he's assuming that Terry is the captain because he's an illithid.
Probably.
He says, "Wait right there. and the door slams, and you hear a lock.
Wait, does he leave and then do it? Or...
No, he does that as you're walking out.
Doing that.
Yeah. Oh no, I would have been backing away. I would not have turned away. Yeah, so
Exactly.
door.
And he turns around and starts walking out through the doorway that he came in.
Towards me?
Not towards you, the doorway that he came in.
Got it.
Behind
okay.
the counter.
Making sure. Because if I wasn't careful, he could just kill me pretty easily.
About a minute goes by, and he comes back. This guy moves almost as if he's floating. He sort of just glides along the ground. And you watch as he appears from the stairs. And sort of glides down the stairs, and he says, "Please take me to your ship."
I don't have a sending stone. Nope.
I would say yes.
Yeah, at this
It's
point
not
I'm
gonna
like,
take no for an answer.
yeah, no.
so-
At this point I'm like, okay. I'm going to purposely move slowly. However,
Okay.
I will not take advantage of.
He keeps at your pace.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Right?
Thrall
Mhm.
is going to the smithy nearby.
Yeah. I don't want to drag my part out too long. Basically, I want to look at the thing, make sure that it's real. Then I will also bring him back to the ship to actually pay him because I have like 25 gold left, and I'm pretty sure I won't be able to buy a magic item with that. So
So everyone is bringing everyone back to the ship.
yeah.
Okay.
Because-
So he shows you the sword.
Mhm.
He says that his great-grandpappy made this sword. He was actually a rune priest as well. It is
Telling the truth. I'm sure of it. That's the most powerful magic item I have ever seen. This is incredible.
and that it actually relies on a rune priest's power and actually empowers it as well.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, with the 2, Thrall is sold. Like, oh
Okay.
shit, this is amazing. There's no.
He says he'll sell it for about 2,000 gold.
Thrall does the. I kept a big pouch back at the ship. Should I bring it back here, or could you go and we could split? See, I have this red ruby. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called
Blood ruby.
a blood ruby. Yeah, that's what it's called. Maybe bring some mason work and you can get peace. Maybe work it into something.
Wait right here. And he runs back out, and you see him come back with a bunch of, like a chisel and a hammer and everything like that.
Nice.
And he's coming with you.
Cool.
So, you guys begin to leave, and at the same time, you watch as an Illithid walks with Vorka very slowly, so you sort of like move past him with 2 dwarves, and you see that there's a face of recognition. There's a face of recognition on the dwarf, and he looks over and he goes, "Oh, hey, Fred, how are you doing?" And Fred looks at him and goes,
Fred the Illithid, I love
am
it.
doing very fine this day. How are you?"
Thrall is having this, like, not really talking to Vorka, but doing the
He's like,
What the shit?
This is a chance to run.
What the fuck?
That's the wrong illithid.
I know they all look alike, but shit, man. You left it there.
I thought Elix was moonlighting. I didn't know.
Jesus.
And all the while, the illithid's reading both your minds as you're making these.
Yeah, yeah. The other now knows that you know me.
Yeah. So we're walking back as a group, I guess.
Yes.
Yes, you
Safety in numbers.
There's no safety in this.
Fair. Maybe he'll kill them and not us.
Terry, we're bringing the party to you.
Oh my god. What's a party?
Avengers references.
Anyway, so the party of Gertis, Kia, and Daz get to the ship first.
At which point, I am very disappointed that the rest of the crew is not back yet.
Well, I will come out at that point. Hello, Captain. Welcome back. Oh, I see you brought me an elf. Thank you.
Yes, yeah,
The
sure.
sudden pan over, like, what?
By the way, Kia, meet Ilix.
She's about to be another illithid here in a minute.
You're muted.
Hello, Elix.
Greetings.
Captain, are you aware there's an illithid on board?
There is where? and
Oh
Dad
my
starts
God.
looking around.
Captain, I'm right here.
Oh, you! I thought she meant another illithid. I mean, we don't want any more illithid. No, I know he's
No. One is more.
he's fine. He's
I-
fine. He'll only eat you if I tell him to. So just
Oh,
don't
okay.
yeah. She's not actually to eat. I sent Vorka to get you one to eat, but she's.
Okay.
Oh no!
I do say this right in front of her as well.
It is so difficult to find good takeout.
Oh boy, will you be proud, Captain? Look what I've done for you.
I'm guessing. Yeah, that's.
I brought back 3 dwarves.
To be a particular taste that you have now. Okay. I'm just going to make myself at home.
Yes, certainly. There's crew quarters down and to the right. You might want to lock your door at night. I mean, there's just because.
No
I mean, there's really
problem.
no reason, but just.
Definitely would do that. You wouldn't have to tell me that. Have noticed. I would definitely have done that straight away.
I very
Okay.
very disappointedly eat one of the nutrition pellets.
You a pirate?
I know it works. I'm
It
thinking of a
sounds like
hamster.
food that I can eat.
That is the only food he is allowed to eat besides brains. Is nutrition
Hello.
pellets.
Keyword allowed.
So yeah, after this, you watch as Frog, an unknown dwarf, Vorka, and Illithid all walk up to the ship.
Sounds like a very bad joke.
Yeah. 2 dwarves, a half-orc, and an illithid all still walking to a bar.
I'm standing on the gangplank, waiting to make a comment about them being late, and then I see the illithid and just stop. And then I kind of look back to make sure that Ilix is still behind me. And then I think about what I was just saying.
And then you look around for Gertis and he's gone.
I lean across at the captain. I go, Captain, are you aware there's another illithid on board?
Well, he's not actually on board yet. but
I think he's coming this way.
it does look like he is. Yes.
Do you often attack the Illithid?
No.
And now you have two. Perfect.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're a lot smarter than the rest of the crew. Wait, I'm not sure if that makes you a more or less tempting meal. I'm not really sure how this is going to go. But hey, it'll be interesting.
Just an out-of-character reminder, I'm terrified of my own kind because I am good, which makes me hunted.
Yeah, they try to exterminate adversaries.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. We're just gonna sit here for a second with this.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Oh, you are actually walking away. Okay, cool.
This is going so well.
Brewing up our master plan. No, we're not. No, we're
It's
not.
just what I planned to get rid of Ilix. He said, coming up with an excuse. I completely forgot Ilix was haunted. Totally forgot.
This is like, I've just joined. Seriously.
Yeah.
Where's Kim?
Oh, have you not heard about all that? Or have you heard and you just...
I need Kim.
Yeah, no, he's not back yet.
I think Kim's online, though. You should let him know.
It's joining me. Kim! Help.
Just remember what Doc said, though. We were your best option.
That's how bad everything else was.
Yeah.
Or your standards are just very low.
No, they're
Hi.
not.
We
You're literally the only option.
I might have some of the lowest intelligence of the party.
again, 10 isn't like
10 is average.
No, it's not even. It's above average. 8 is average for us, for humans right now.
Well, the way that they actually
8 to 10.
the way
10
they
is
describe
average.
it in
That's
5e
base commoner.
The way that they describe it in 5e is that a 10 is an average human intelligence, but that many commoners are below average.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they're not commoners and they're not level 1. That's a big thing. They're not being a level 1 commoner has been like you've been a farmer for 30 years probably.
Yeah.
well, but he has been in the Shadowfell for like
Exactly.
Several years as well.
Which is why you're above average.
I'd give most people a 10 on the restaurant review.
But
like a 12 is Einstein, or around Einstein levels of intelligence.
Einstein would be much higher than that.
no, I think it's closer to 14 because past 14 is where you start getting really stupid, crazy.
Einstein would have been like a 14, 15.
Well, I mean, if you're equating that, a 14 to 15 strength would be like you're lifting 80 to 100 tons. So,
Oh,
I remember
you got that
correctly.
way out.
it's ridiculously high level.
I think the hard cap for the average person would probably be 15, and that would take a lifetime of work. For physical stuff, you couldn't really train mental stuff.
Yeah, 5e has really toned down those numbers. That
It has.
sounds like maybe some second edition
'Cause
stats.
3.5, 30 used to be the soft cap. Or one of them. Like 30 was easy. You could get to 30 pretty reasonably before level 20. Now it's 20. It's been toned down quite a bit.
I'm supremely annoyed.
why?
I think my pipe charger is in the other room.
Oh no! How could one resolve that situation?
I'm sure someone not walking in the other room.
Then
It's
your
going great.
options are limited. You can try to use pure willpower. Just try to will it into existence where you are.
That always goes so well.
Mhm.
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 Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Or I could just drink more.
Hmm. So anyhow, what's up, guys?
We're waiting on Doc.
Yep.
Yep.
Gotta go mobile in a
And then
second.
we're going to go visit
Have to-
Taylor. That's
Some of
gonna
us
go
in the
well.
more literal sense. If this goes wrong.
He's a stuck-up, arrogant so-and-so.
Oh yeah, not like you, who's humble and knows what's up.
Well, I never said I was humble, but I'm not stuck up.
I thought all humans were like him.
Oh, they are. Totally.
Look, just because you're all inferior to me doesn't mean you have to give me a hard time about it.
Okay.
Nod. Yeah, sure.
We're inferior. Why do you need a gun?
I'll vocalize my response.
That's not vocalizing, that's visualizing.
Shut up. You get that again.
Okay.
Oh, twice.
Twice,
Another
and
name.
there's 2 of them, so that's 4 of them.
Trying to fix emulators makes me sad.
Fix what?
Are you still trying to do Persona?
Yeah, it teased me last night. I was able to fucking run it for about 45 minutes at a consistent, like, 15 FPS, which is fine. I'm willing to do that. But the fucking cutscenes, man, they're just, like,
Oh, yeah.
so stuttery. It's
Which-
I'm like, every single option I'm trying, I know my CPU can handle it. It's a setting I have. It has to be.
Which Persona are you trying to emulate?
US version, it's this one.
The original?
No, Persona 5.
Oh, Persona 5. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the newer emulators for the newer consoles aren't great.
Talking about a PS3 emulator.
Was Persona 5 on PS3?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry about that. I had to pick
Oh, it
up
was.
puppy poop.
Also,
You
see,
puppy poop?
Puppy poop. All right. So we come back to that scene.
I'm looking confused
so
at
you-
them as they walk up towards the ship.
so Doc left this shit show to go to another shit show.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you all come up. Does anyone say anything? The Illithid asks all of you, in fact, you all hear in your head, who is the captain of this vessel?
Oh, that's the crazy person over there.
I tip my hat at him and smile.
I'm invisible off to the side.
Gerdes, Vorka.
You mean
Why?
Frau, Vorka?
Sorry, Frau Vorka. Why?
Oh, you see, I'm here to buy some things, and
You're coming here to buy some things.
Well,
you know
you see-
you're supposed to leave here to buy things, right?
yeah. But you know the bloodstone that we have. I think like the blood ruby. Like I think we could have like a little bit of it to pay off a thing that I promised to buy. Pretty good deal.
Have you gotten arrested and are you trying to pay off another fine?
No, not
You
this
haven't
time.
been gone long enough to get arrested for drunkenness. I mean, well, maybe you have. But
That's you know.
How much?
Maybe he's
How much is
old.
his fine?
2,000 in blood ruby.
Fire up the
Currency.
ship, we leave.
That's a steep fine. I'm looking over at the
Yeah.
dwarf saying, why is the fine so high in this place?
Because he's buying this. And he shows you the blade.
Detect magic.
It's very magical.
Okay, just making sure.
You break your concentration on invisibility.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. I won't do that then.
Yeah, concentration's the
Okay.
bitch.
Well, invisibility is not concentration, but if you take
Yes,
any
it is.
action,
Yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not.
It is?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Yes, it is.
The way this had it laid out was dumb. But any action also breaks it. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
person who brought a mind flayer to this ship is trying to tell us how to cast spells.
Shut up.
Yep.
Just pointing that out.
So I'm trying to draw Das and like the dwarf a little bit to the side. So yeah, you see, I am planning to do some bit of studying. I would need a blade to do that.
Right. Okay. Just a second then. So just to be sure, then, you're with him,
Oh, I have no idea what Vorka is doing with
and
that.
that means Vorka, you're with him.
Yeah, I think Vorka hit his head and confused the two.
The illithid floats up to you and says, "It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I come bearing gifts."
I
you
will
should have
actually
said
break.
that sooner.
I'll break my invisibility and use detect magic. So if he's casting anything, I'll know.
Okay. He is currently actually has a thing on him called levitate.
Yeah.
So
That's okay.
yeah.
I mean, I won't know the effect. I'll just know he's using magic.
Right, okay. So he's using magic. But you can tell he's levitating off the ground. So
Mainly, I'll actually just say this: if he, I'll prepare an action counter spell if he attempts to use magic on the captain.
Okay.
I'll counter spell it.
he just says, "I come bearing gifts."
Yes, as I said, you should have said that sooner. How can I assist?
Well, I came here to meet the brother of mine. And he turns towards Ilix.
Is at this point Vorka is going to attempt to hide?
Like, oh, look at that wall over there. That's very interesting. I gotta go look at that for a while.
Pretty much.
Ilix, I didn't know you had a brother.
I may have realized the foul I have done, and I am going to go hide.
You run away.
I will
As Vorka goes to leave,
I will
I
address
actually
the
do shout.
mind flayer telepathically, since that's protocol, and just basically introduce myself.
As he's doing that, as Vorka's going to leave, I'm shouting to Vorka, Vorka, did you pick up the shopping you were supposed to bring back?
The shop came back with me. And then I run. I run so fast.
I run so fast. I'm the fastest.
I'm going to. I think I'm gonna go get drunk. I have 15 gold pieces burning a hole in my fucking.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
I'm going to introduce myself telepathically, but I'm going to broadcast so that anybody that doesn't close their minds can hear it.
Okay. Yes.
So, and that'll include the new person as well. I basically introduce myself as Ilix. I actually working for the captain of this ship.
He looks at you and tilts his head and he says, "I suppose dire times call for dire measures."
He put out a request for an interrogator, and I thought I might be able to supplement my diet on the side and with this particular job. How is it that you came to live here on this comet port since our species has been so greatly reduced as of late?
Well, and he's broadcasting to all of you as well. Until recently, I was in our dominion in Redmind. However, upon the attack of the giants, I decided to leave. Whereupon I found this port, inhabited by a Gith.
Ah! I'm sorry.
You see his tentacles twitch. And he says, Gith are no things to be afraid of. Trust me. And not this one. Especially.
Why is this one not to be feared? All Gith hate us with a passion, a burning, unending, pathological insanity that drives them to seek our extinction.
If Gertis could make a face, he would, but you can't see it. Can't even begin to imagine why.
Because he's not as powerful as I am. And he's restricted by the laws of this place. I taught him a lesson when I first came here. A lesson that he did not take lightly.
You gave him a piece of his own mind?
Ah.
The
Nice.
tentacles twitch, and he says, yes, in a manner of speaking.
So, how may we be of assistance to you on the ship? What's the name of our ship, by the way?
Ships are supposed to have names.
Oh my god.
Tears reactions. Great.
Does he introduce himself? Does he have a name?
He does. He says that the common folk here call him Fred.
Oh, Fred.
However, he introduces himself privately to you and says that his name is... give me a second.
Frederick.
You may want to type. It's
Lichtenreier.
probably pronounceable.
It's
Just face plant the keyboard a couple of times and you'll have a name.
Sophalesk.
You did,
So close.
and that's the result.
So, Celeste, how can we be of assistance to you?
Well, it is less how you can be assistance to me and how I can be assistance to you. And at this point, he reaches into his cloak and
Everyone on the-
produces
Everyone on the deck tenses up.
a black cloth and puts it onto the deck of the ship. He just sort of flips it onto the deck. Whereupon a portable hole opens up
Oh,
where you see a machine with what appears to be, yes, it's a magical portable hole. A machine with what appears to be 3 living brains.
okay.
This
How
kind of
big?
looks like you guys kind of thing.
How
I
big?
think I'm gonna go get the ship ready to leave.
How big?
That's definitely.
How big is the machine?
No, yeah, how big are the
It
brains?
seems to be about the size of a workbench.
Well,
What about the brains?
Sized workbench.
I must say that's definitely food for thought.
What about the brains?
The brains
Goddamn
are
puns, man.
humanoid sized.
Okay.
The pun game is strong in this one.
Wires connecting them, or
There's no wires. It seems like it literally looks like a steel barrel with a bunch of nodules and gauges and things like that, with 3 pipes that end in tubes, and these tubes are encasing the brains with fluid, and the brains themselves are actually glowing every once in a while.
have I ever heard of anything like this? What kind of role would this be? Arcana?
This would be Arcana or History.
Okay, I'll do Arcana.
Sorry, while all of this is happening, could
Never mind.
Dasamar just have brought one of the things, and we could get out the piece of bloodstone?
I don't think
that
he
you brought?
agreed to that yet.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
am
Sorry.
walking-
In that case, the
I am
convincing
walking
will
back-
happen later. Go
I'm
on.
walking back towards
Continue.
you now because I've just left them with their thing.
Okay.
The Illithid
you-
was still talking to you, dude.
No, that's what. Whenever they tried to bring out this machine, that's whenever I looked at the two Illithid and said, "This seems like more something you two need to discuss."
You yeah, you have no idea what this machine is, to be honest with you. It
Would I
looks-
have a chance if I made an Arcana check?
Yes. Absolutely. You are not aware of any machine that looks like this. This to you looks like a custom-made machine.
Okay.
It looks as if it's one of his own designs.
Does it seem to be sustaining the brains, like keeping it alive?
Yes.
Okay. It's a
I
disgusting creation.
well, a brain is a terrible thing to waste. I will thank him profusely and apologize that I have nothing in return to offer him. Well, maybe except for an elf.
The elf you speak of. I
Actually,
assume
Actually, I don't think the elf is mine to barter. The captain, I believe, has business with.
Yeah, she's mine to barter, not yours.
She didn't even agree to the. She asked for passage, dude. She didn't agree to join the crew.
Of course she did. I said, "Can you make yourself useful?" And she said, "Yes."
Quick, she can't defend herself. Let's say everything.
Doc, I profusely thank him, and I apologize that I have nothing to offer in return.
he
Just
says,
anything to that.
I believe that we can come to an agreement. In exchange for this machine and the 3 brains.
I'll be right back.
You will owe me a favor.
A favor.
That's not at all ominous.
Or suicidal.
As long as the favor does not involve me harming my current crewmates, I will acquiesce to this agreement.
I assure you, you will not need to harm your crewmates.
Then I'll agree.
Very good. Very good. The machine is yours to do with as you please. And then he goes on to explain how to use it. And basically, you just open up the thing, you put a head in, it removes the skin, the bones, the hair, all of it, takes the brain, puts it in one of the tubes, then spits out the rest of the refuse, and keeps the brain alive. It has to be done immediately after death, of course.
So, does it like make more brain? I mean, does it I mean, it's sort of.
It's essentially like an ice box
already.
for a
I don't
brain.
need it to preserve a brain. Well, okay. I won't look this gift horse in the mouth too much. I thank him and agree to the favor. And does he have anything else to say?
He does take you to the side and he says, as one illithid to the other, I am aware that you have no connection to the hive mind.
Don't
Now the
respond to
entire
that.
hive is aware.
What was that, Terry?
I said I
Now
don't
the-
respond to that. I just sort of acknowledge that he knows.
But now that he knows, the entire hive knows.
Continue.
We will be watching very closely. You see, there aren't many of us left, but the ones that are left would hate to have to kill one of their own, hive mind or not.
I will keep that under advisement. At this point, I believe the captain is ready to disembark from the port. I thank him for his time and his consideration, and very politely